So you think the Dance of the Dragons has been brutal so far? Well, you haven't seen anything yet. We're about to dive into a predicted storyline for House of the Dragon Season 3, and let me tell you, it's a story all about fire, blood, and the kind of vengeance that changes absolutely everything. This right here, this one line, sets the stage for the entire season. We're predicted to open on Dragonstone, where Rhaenyra's grief from Season 2 has, well, it's transformed. It's hardened into this cold, sharp resolve. This isn't about politics or a claim to the throne anymore. It's a vow, a promise of total, unrelenting war. All right, first up, the spark of vengeance. So how does one person's thirst for revenge set the entire realm on fire? This is where the war stops being a series of tragic skirmishes and just becomes total, absolutely all-consuming. And both sides know there is no turning back now. Okay, so before we jump headfirst into the new season, let's do a super quick recap of just how broken everything was. Remember Blood and Cheese? That didn't just hurt the Greens, it shattered them. Then the Blacks took a massive hit at Rook's Rest. King Aegon is a crippled, broken mess. And Rhaenyra, any mercy she might have had is just gone. The board is set, and every single piece is primed for pure chaos. So you've got these two sides, right? And they're playing two completely different games. Team Black, driven by Rhaenyra's personal vendetta, is playing chess. They're making quiet moves, securing powerful alliances with the Starks, the Aarons, the Tullys. Team Green, on the other hand, well, they're not playing chess. They're just flipping the whole board over. Their strategy is basically one word: Vhagar. Aemond isn't just a prince anymore. He is a walking, talking weapon of mass destruction.
And all of this buildup leads us to the sky will burn. Seriously, this is it. This is the moment, the confrontation that this entire war has been building towards. If you're a fan of the story, this is what you've been waiting for. That's right. The predicted storyline finally delivers the legendary duel. And I mean legendary. This isn't just another battle. It's a clash of titans. It's a moment that will be burned into the history of Westeros, pitting the two most powerful and volatile dragons and their riders against each other. So how does it go down? It's pure, beautiful chaos. Of course, it's Daemon who kicks things off, ever the aggressor. He takes Craxus and just makes a beeline for King's Landing. And who rises to meet him? You guessed it, Aemond on the absolute beast that is Vhagar. The sky above the God's Eye just explodes into this masterpiece of fire and fury. It's a brutal, merciless fight that ends with both of them, dragons and riders, plummeting out of the sky. But here's the massive question. Who survives that? I mean, really think about it. After a battle of that scale, with two of the fiercest dragons in history crashing from the heavens, can anyone just walk away? The story is predicted to just leave us hanging there, with no immediate answer. Brutal. So, while we're all still wondering what in the world happened above the God's Eye, the story takes a sharp turn. We're shifting our focus away from the epic battles and toward the quiet, devastating consequences of the war back in King's Landing. Because every action has a reaction, and the price of this war is steep. In this quote right here, it just says it all, doesn't it? The common folk are starting to see that this isn't some noble conflict anymore. It's become something monstrous, something personal and ugly. It feels like the Targaryens are just eating themselves alive, and they're threatening to drag the whole realm down with them. And while the war rages outside, the Green leadership is having a total meltdown. The pressure is just too much. King Aegon completely spirals into madness, Queen Helaena is just lost in her own grief, and Alicent, who always seemed to be pulling the strings, has lost all control. It's like watching a house of cards get hit by a hurricane. This internal collapse leads to what might be one of the most shocking and truly tragic moments of the entire story, the predicted death of Queen Helaena. And this isn't just another casualty of war. No, this is the emotional turning point. This is the moment that shatters what's left of the Green cause for good. But just as one side seems to be completely collapsing, a powerful new force finally enters the conflict. And its arrival promises to change, well, pretty much everything.
That's right, the North arrives. Cragan Stark and his armies finally march south. The way he's described? Cool, calm, and ruthless. He's like a blast of winter hitting all this Targaryen fire. His arrival isn't just about getting more soldiers, it's a fundamental shift in the war. He brings this unforgiving northern sense of justice that Rhaenyra desperately needs.
And that brings us to the endgame, a Queen's Hollow victory. With her new Stark allies and the Greens in total disarray, Rhaenyra sees her chance. It's time to make the final, decisive move for the Iron Throne. So when Rhaenyra finally enters the capital, just picture who she is now. She's not the vibrant princess we once knew, or even just a grieving mother. She arrives as a queen who has been forged in war, hardened by loss, a woman who has sacrificed everything to get to this point. And she does it. After all the bloodshed, the betrayal, and the heartbreak, she wins. The ultimate prize is finally hers. She sits on the Iron Throne. But the triumph is immediately crushed by the cost. Her family is fractured, her allies are just as dead as her enemies, and the person she has become is a shadow of her former self. The victory is completely, utterly hollow. She's the queen of a kingdom of ashes. And the season is predicted to end on this haunting, poetic line. It's a final, devastating reflection on the entire Targaryen saga. An admission that in their relentless pursuit of power, they became their own destroyers. It's a powerful thought to leave us with, one that really makes you question the very nature of victory itself.